talking about Messiah, and in the New Testament talking about Jesus, the word is chief cornerstone. Look up the word in Hebrew and look it up in Greek, and it will tell you that the word is a triangle on top of a pyramid. In Hebrew, a chief cornerstone is a Hebrew word which means the pinnacle of a pyramid. In the Greek, and the Koine Greek, which is street Greek, and the New Testament was written in Koine Greek. In the Koine Greek, the word for Jesus was the chief cornerstone. The builders rejected. That Greek word means a triangle perched on top of a pyramid. Consequently, according to the Old Testament and the Bible, the New Testament about Jesus, the Messiah is referred to and symbolized by a triangle on top of a pyramid. Period. End of sentence. Okay? What does that mean? What are the implications of the back of the dollar bill? Where is this stuff really going, and what are we doing here? Because the deeper you get into it, the scarier it gets. But I want to tell you, God is too big for one religion. And as one of my teachers many years ago said, if you can explain something to an audience about God so that people can understand it, then that would prove conclusively that you don't know anything. Because any God that your pea-sized, ignorant, ill-informed, and unread brain can understand is not the divine presence in the universe that causes all life to be. Because the universe is not only stranger than you imagine, it's stranger than you can imagine. So consequently, when you talk about God, you need to realize you're talking about the powers of the universe. And that divine power in the universe really just doesn't care what we understand or if we get it. It just don't matter. There is a new world order coming. It is it's symbolized in the Bible by a triangle and a pyramid. That's Hebrew and that's Greek. That's the Bible. The question is it going to be overseen by a divine force that we call the Christ, or will it be overseen by an antichrist? There are two powers vying for world power now. The forces of light and the forces of darkness. That's the name of the tune. It's symbolic. It's a metaphor. But I can guarantee you there's something else bigger going on. And the people behind the world powers know this subject better than any of us. And they know what they're planning. Yes?
I would like to ask...
I don't know if is that turned on now?
I would like to ask how the Mayan calendar looks in the context of the Bible and what you talk.
Yeah, the Mayan calendar
has anything to do with it, or there's any connection?
Oh yeah, you can bet on it.
Should I read it or just throw it away? Because I was wondering.
Yeah, the Mayan calendar. There again. What are you talking about? It's a calendar event. The Mayan calendar is the implications are something's going to happen on a calendar date. Okay? So yes, the Mayan calendar plays into this. What was his name? Charles Berlitz. Charles Berlitz, I have the book. It's very difficult to find, called Doomsday, 1999. Charles Berlitz, brilliant author, wrote a book called Doomsday 1999, in which he took all of the ancient writings of the world that talked about the end of the world, the last days, the end times, and told you what each of the ancient cultures said about the last days and the end times. And he went through the Mayan calendar, the Hopi prophecies, and the Egyptian prophecies, and the Babylonian Sumerian prophecies. All of them talked about a calendar time. Things are going to happen according to the calendar. Particular days and months are coming, and certain things are going to happen. So yes, the Mayan calendar plays into this. The Mayans knew prophecies. The ancient peoples in Chaldea had prophecies. All the ancient peoples of the world had prophecies. All of them were based on the astrological story of the zodiac. All of them. So I'm saying that there is something to this whole story, and we don't have it all yet. And I'm suggesting that what we might want to do is start looking at astrology and not putting it down, but start seriously looking into the Bible and trying to figure out what are the scriptures telling us and what's coming on the earth. Something serious is about to happen on the face of the earth, and I am totally convinced there is a new world order coming. I'm just scared to death that the people that are on this earth have no idea in the world what any of this means, and they're going to be sitting ducks. But many will look with their eyes and not see, and listen with their ears and not hear, and with the heart not get the sense of what I'm saying here. Yes?
I would like to know how I can get an old dollar bill that didn't have the triangle and the all-seeing eye. It was during Roosevelt's administration when they changed this.
However, when the country was founded, back in either 1776, 1774, the founding fathers of the country had already decided that that was going to be on our national coat of arms, would be a pyramid with the all-seeing eye. And you say, why? That's as far back as 1774, 2 years before the Constitution. So, the Declaration of Independence. And so consequently, that symbol is very, very old. And where did they get that from? Well, they got it from the Jews. Well, where did the Jews get it from? Well, they got it from the Egyptians. Where did the Egyptians get it from? Well, they got it from the Sumerians. Wait a minute. Why were the founding fathers, why did the Masonic order decide to have the revolution in 1776? It's because in the Hebrew numerology, in Jewish numerology, 8 is the number of new beginnings. In Hebrew numerology, 8 is the number of a new beginning. You have 7 days, the 8th begins a new beginning, okay? Why is it called the number of new beginnings? It's because it's a symbol, this way, of infinity. 8 is the only number that you don't have to lift the pencil. You can always start anew. You're always starting anew. So 8 was the number of beginning something new. 13 was the number for government. It was perfect government in the ancient Semitic numerology. 13 was the number of perfect government. Consequently, why? Because of the Son with his 12 helpers. The Son with his 12 chosen one makes Jesus and the 12. The Son and the 12 signs make 13. So 13 is the number of heavenly government. The Son and his chosen 12. Consequently, when the Masons decided to have the revolution, they were going to have it in 1776. Okay? 1776 is 1 and 7 equals 8. 1 and 7 is 8. 7 and 6 is 13. New beginnings on perfect government. That's why 1776, 8 and 7 and 6 is 13. This is why today, when you drive by the oil company, Union Oil, they have an orange globe. It's got a 76 and it says, get the spirit of 76. What do you think that orange globe is? It's the sun. The sun is the orange globe, and 76 is 13, the Masonic order of new government, based on Jesus and his 12, the sun and its 12. Get the spirit of revolution. Revolt against those other oil companies and come to us. But that's the symbol of the orange globe. Get the spirit of 76. You need to understand Jewish, Freemasonic, occult symbolism. Yes. We have right here behind.